Yeah. So I find that to be even more important now than ever because there's just so much going on so fast out there. There's such energy behind all these changes and disruptions in norms and the way politics is done and these policies that seem to be just more aggressive than a lot of what's been seen. Some folks are really excited about that and they love that energy and they love where it's pointed. And a lot of folks are not and are putting up, red flags saying, hey, this is wrong. So if you happen to be in that camp, which is where a lot of activism comes up for the party that is not in power, right? The side that is not in power. And it always switches back and forth. That's part of the health of it. So if you happen to be on that camp, it's extremely important that when you think about how you're going to act, you also take care of how you're thinking. And you are aware that because we're living in such a toxically divided time, the signals that are coming to you are not necessarily accurate. In fact, a lot of them are not representative of what real people in America actually think, who you consider to be your opponents. So there's this social media layer, there's these memes, there's this sloganeering, and you could spend a whole lot of your energy being consumed by that, drawing your thoughts and actions from that. But what that will do, the research is pointing to, will make you more scared than you maybe need to be, which will make it harder for you to act and mobilize in the spaces where you could have an impact. You will have misperceptions about what the other side thinks, which will lead you to create campaigns on your activism that are misinformed and are not going to reach the opponent because you think that they think one way when they don't. You're going to miss the real debates that are out there, and you're going to confuse them for debates that you imagine and that your peers in the activism group imagine. So these are all the dangers of activism that becomes so kind of passionate at the expense of actually checking in with the primary source of other people's hearts and minds. So you have to reserve some energy for that.